Hey guys, welcome back. So starting off with a fresh face, the first thing we're going to be doing is blocking out our eyebrows. For this I'm just going to be using a spoolie, a basic glue stick and some translucent powder. Start off by brushing through your brows with the spoolie and then apply the glue to your brows and also brush those down with the spoolie. I went back and added some more glue because I just didn't feel like I had enough. I have really thick brows and some of my hairs are really short and spiky, especially up in the front, which you will see later on I did struggle with. This is only my second time blocking my eyebrows out. I definitely need a lot more practice, but yeah. And on top of that, just pat some translucent powder on top. This is by Face of Australia. You can do as many layers as you want. I think I did about 2 or 3 layers of this. I definitely should have done more because it didn't cover my brows as much as I would have liked it to, but you'll definitely see it all later on. So after doing about 3 layers, I went in with an orange concealer. This one is by Mercier, and I just patted that on top of my brows to help cancel out the dark tones. And then I also added some more translucent powder on top of that. And you know, now it's time to go out in public. Eyebrows on fleek. No, I'm just kidding, I look like a freaking Oompa Loompa. So the first time I did this, I used my nice creamy concealer, which definitely was not thick enough to cover my brows. So I thought this time it'd be a really good idea to use a much thicker concealer. And I am using my Kevyn Aucoin Senseual Skin Enhancer. This is one of the thickest concealers I own. So I thought it would do the trick, but it kind of didn't. Usually in this instance, I would wipe it off and just start again, but I kind of wanted to show you guys my mistake so you guys would learn from it. It wasn't the concealer that was the issue, I just needed to do more layers of glue and translucent powder, but I guess that's just something I'll have to learn for next time. So to go over the rest of my face, I went in with this Chi Chi foundation because it's pretty thick, so I thought, you know, it would do the job. I applied this to my face with my new Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. So I also went in with a dry beauty blender to help buff out the edges and around the eyebrows, and also to apply the foundation to the rest of my face. I did it with a dry one instead of a wet beauty blender because I didn't really want the skin to look even and well blended, if you get what I mean. I kind of wanted it to look a little bit unblended, pretty much. And then I set my eyebrows again and the rest of my face as well. As you can see, my eyebrows are still peeping through, but I kind of play around with it a little bit more and I kind of ruin it again. So I went in with more concealer around my face because I wanted an even more uneven skin tone. I guess you'll see that more towards the end, but I added a lot more concealer to my brows to try and conceal them. But the only problem with it was the kind of front parts of my eyebrows, like the front hairs, are really short, so they stuck up a lot more, and as the first time, that was my big mistake and I needed to glue that down a lot more. So this is the point where it kind of clicked to me what I had done wrong. So I grabbed a bit of the glue and I kind of stuck it to the front. I know this should have been done before, but this is just trying to fix the mistake. As I said at the start, I'm just trying to show you guys what I did wrong and how you guys can avoid it. So I went in with more glue and then translucent powder and then some more concealer, and yeah, it was pretty... I wouldn't say I was happy with the result, but it was as good as I can get at that moment, and then I just set it with some more translucent powder. And moving on to my favourite part, the first eyeshadow we're going to be taking is Bitten by Geek, and we're going to apply this to kind of the hollows of our eye, if you can call it that. more so the area between the inner corner of your eye and the bridge of your nose, and we kind of just want to blend that up into where your brow should be, and we want to make it look kind of gradient and kind of faded out. I'll of course list all the brushes and products I used for this down below, and yeah, you just want to keep blending that out. We want this to be really blended, and the harshest point of it will be in the center of that, in between your eyebrow and your nose. So yeah, just keep buffing that out, fade it out. And the next eyeshadow we're going to be taking is Drama Queen, also by Makeup Geek, and we kind of want to apply that below Bitten and kind of in the middle of it, and really just blend that outwards as you did with Bitten. The blending is really what pulls this look together, so you really want to make sure that those edges are faded out, especially the parts closer to the eyebrow. I feel like that's kind of what drove the attention away from the not so great covered brows. Just really fade it out and kind of look like it's part of your skin. Next eyeshadow I'm taking is Burlesque, also by Makeup Geek, and we kind of want to apply this a little bit higher than the other eyeshadows and really kind of just blend this one out above them, if that makes sense. Just really blend this one out, and I think I may have applied a little bit too much, so I went in with my beauty blender and just patted the top of that. Going into my Urban Decay Electric palette, I'm taking the color Jilted and applying that to the inner corner of my eye and kind of blending it just into the middle of my eye, and we don't want to go past that. We don't want to bring it all the way over our eye. We just want this to be kind of from the beginning to the center, and also bring that down to your lower lash line as well. And you really just want to buff that out and make it look really well blended. I'm just using the brush that came in the Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. I absolutely love this brush for blending in eyeshadows in the inner corner. I just think it's fantastic. So I applied my contacts off camera. These are just the normal white GEO contacts from eyecandies.com, and I just grabbed a spoolie and the white from my Makeup Forever Flash palette and just applied that to my lashes. Of course I curled them before I applied it. And you also want to make sure that you get that on the bottom lashes as well. I just love using the spoolies because you can just chuck them when you're done. You don't have to worry about cleaning them or washing them or anything like that. To contour my face, I'm using MAC Harmony blush and this really small brush by Hair & Makeup Addiction, and I'm just pushing that into the hollows of my cheeks and making this look really, really dramatic, and also bringing that around my face and around my nose. You also want to make sure that you blend this out really well, because with darker blushes or any type of powder or whatnot, if you don't blend it out that well, it could tend to look really muddy and choppy, and we don't want that. We want this to kind of blend in with our skin. I'm taking this Sigma Shimmer Cream in the shade Brilliant and applying this to the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and just really blending this to those points of my face that I really just want that kind of alien glow to. And then taking my MAC Superb Highlighter, I am applying this to my cheekbones, my forehead, and my chin. Make sure that you pack the highlighter on because we want this to look really glowy and luminous and alien-like. Also, for some apparent reason, my camera did not record me doing the tribal symbol on my lips, of which I used the white and the silver from my Makeup Forever Flash palette. For this is it for today's tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. A thumbs up for more Halloween tutorials, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!